Hello, everyone, and welcome back to This Day in History, our nightly look back at a specific day in history, where we take a look back at the events of a day, the historic context in which those events took place, and the historic ramifications of those events. As always, if you have not yet, please hit the like button, the subscribe button, the bell notification icon to be alerted any time I post new content, and tell a friend. And without any further ado, This Day in History, August 29th, and on this day, in 1911, the last uncontacted Native American in the United States was found in Ortonville, California. Isha, a member of the Yale tribe, lived at a Berkeley museum for 5 years. Anthropologist Thomas Waterman befriended him using the Yana dialect. Isha died of tuberculosis in 1916. Now, some will claim this was the last uncontacted Native American or Native Americans there was. That is untrue. There are many tribes in South America that remain uncontacted and protected somewhat by their governments, but this was the last in the United States, and of course, coming into contact with the outside world proved fatal to this Native American, as he would die of tuberculosis. But when you think about just how recent that is to our time, this was only 109 years ago, not even 110 years ago, and he died in 1960. So very recent, in fact. So a very consequential day in history when you think about the long expanse of history, and those peoples from Asia that crossed the land bridge in the Bering Strait and came down into the Americas, and what would become the New World. Essentially, when people say that Columbus discovered the the Americas, he was the first European, one of the first Europeans. He wasn't even the first European, because the Native Americans, the First Nations, the indigenous people of North America, whatever term you would like to use, discovered it long before him. So, the last link to those peoples in its truest form was discovered today. And also another barometer here. I know a lot of people will say, well, Columbus was the first. Some people will say, well, Columbus was the first civilized person. No, these people, these Native Americans, developed highly advanced cultures and civilizations before Columbus came over here and destroyed it, and wreaked havoc on their world. I am a proud American and love my country, but I'm also mature enough to admit catastrophic consequences that my country, what would become my country, caused. And when the United States became a country, our treatment of the Native American population has been absolutely reprehensible. And that's all I'm going to say on that. You have a great evening.